Hello, my little munchkins, my little crones, and my sunflowers. How are you on this fine, fine Monday morning? What time is it, baby crone?
Monday morning?
Oh, sorry. On this Saturday morning. What time is it?
It is 2:38.
In the afternoon?
Yes. It's because it's really rainy, guys.
Sorry. That's a blooper. Did I really think it was in the morning?
Yes, you did. I didn't even catch it until just now.
It is so dreary. Look.
Yes, it's been
Look at this.
looking like this since I woke up at 10.
And you know, it just yikes. I don't know. I think Maryland is a rainy state.
Yes.
It's unpredictable weather. I mean, it could be raining and next thing you know the sun come out, or it's unpredictable. But the weather here is unpredictable.
Yes, very
and
true.
And it rains a lot.
That's what it gets for being the Mason-Dixon line.
Yeah, it rains a lot and it's in between all this water. So it rains a lot. The weather is unpredictable. Mm-hmm. So anyway, enough of Maryland. So
yes.
Let's get into this. We're going to just talk about, this is just a quick recap of what's going on at the end of the week. So,
yes.
First of all, we're going to start off. We want you to know, first, let me end it this way. I hope you have a lovely day. I hope you had a good night's sleep. And whatever your plans are for today and tomorrow, enjoy them. Prayers going up for those that are sick, shut in. This is just... This weather is yuck, but nevertheless, God shines anyway. Yes? So I just wanted to say my greetings. Now, let's do this. So we're going to start off with, I think, quick story on Tory Lane. His name Tory.
Yes.
So what happened was, they said that he was released. Mm-hmm. I didn't panic or anything. I was like, okay, if he can get off, anybody can get off. Now, I mean, that's just, in my mind, I'm like, that's money. So that's how I felt. Yeah, baby. So I felt like that. But it wasn't the case. Apparently, they was releasing him to go out in general public. I guess that's something that he wanted.
Yes.
So he's been released into general public. So the story goes. So remember, I'm getting it second hand, third hand, fourth hand, but I'm getting it. So, and like I said, at any of our newscast, everything I say is allegedly. You know why? Because I wasn't there.
Fair enough, and we do not know these celebrities.
I don't know the celebrities, okay? So, Baby Crone, so what do you think about the mistake that was made? His father was on TV, which is a handsome man. He was on TV, on cable, wherever he was. Go ahead,
yes, on I think it was like an Instagram live, but he went live to go talk about his son, and, he's just... could you say excited is the word? I think
he believed in God's going to release his delinquent son. Release his bully son. No. It's crazy to me.
It is.
How parents could just be oblivious to their children's behavior.
That is true.
Tory Lane was a bully.
Very much.
He was an intimidator, an intimidator. That is what he was. And everyone knew when he attacked August.
Yes.
I said, he's going to find himself in jail soon.
You did say.
What did I say?
You did say that.
Anytime you just messing on this guy who obviously is about peace and love and sunflowers.
Yes.
Come on. You just beat on that. I don't even want to get into him. At the end of the day, he's cute, but he where he need to be. Do we need to serve 8 years? If they would have let him out today or yesterday, my sentiment would have been this. I don't think he would ever find himself back in jail again, prison. I feel as though he has learned a lesson. So, unfortunately, we can't say, okay, you've been in jail, prison for 6-8 months. We feel as though you better, if I sentence you to 20 years, you're going to at least do half.
Yes.
So it's like that's what I'm saying. So he's sentenced to 10. Was it 10 or 8? But either way, 10 or 8. But if he did 6 or 5.
That would be
for
fair.
the crime. Nobody was
No,
delete it.
But considering his track record, he should just be in there for that long. And speaking of celebrities and their children, that brought me to a very good, interesting point about how we overheard that King, Tiny and T.I.'s son,
Running off at the mouth.
Yes.
Oh, who does that?
Always.
Baby Chrome, I would be appalled if you went to the media and exposed anything in our house. You and me become unbenefit. No, I don't know what's wrong with this generation. This is what he said. See, everything seems so fake to me now.
Okay.
You know, this the hypocrisy
I can see
of
it.
everything. I mean, the hypocrisy of Jada Pickett, the hypocrisy of the Kardashians with the sex tape, the hypocrisy of Tiny when you think a show is sincere. Now you're going to say, oh, I just went there to film, and then after filming, they sent my tail right back home to my grandmama. I can't.
Yeah.
Is anything sacred and true? Or is everything skies with the lie?
Oh, I like that.
Everything. And then I'm sick of people lying. And then you have the world to look at these liars and to say, it was a small lie. Like lying for years and years and years, Kimberly.
Nothing.
I'm sorry. I got to get it out of me.
Yeah, no, I get
years
it.
and years and years. You lied about that sex tape. You made us feel sorry for you.
Yes.
You made it to the top on a lie. And then you got people hailing you like you didn't even lie. And like that guy, I mean, it's like people are talking now.
Yes.
And it's like you're going to hail that. You're going to hail this woman lying. She made it to the top with a lie.
Yes.
She
Lies.
wanted to get on the, and I'm saying it. She also made it to the top with sleeping with black men. And now Tory, I'm just all over with the lies. And now Tory Lane,
You're right.
lies,
This is what we'll call the episode. The lies.
the lies.
The lies.
It's just,
real. It's
and then,
crazy.
you know, you don't even know what the truth is anymore. So this is why I'm upset. Because I don't know, like, you know, I feel as though Tory learned his, I'm venting, guys. I feel as though Tory, I think he got his just punishment.
Okay.
But I'm not a judge.
Right.
And if I say that this is your punishment, then it is. However, I'm that kind of mama, I'll punish you and punish you for 15 years and all you'll do is a half a minute. I can't do it. I can't punish somebody. I can't do it. Like I can't even tell someone if somebody died.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I can't do it. I can tell you something and tell you that you're in trouble. But when I see what I see, I can't say it. It like blanks from my mind. I just start feeling like, I don't know. I don't know. And I do know. I'm all over the place. I hope I make sense. It's just the lying, I think.
If you think about it in the case of Jada Pickett.
Yes, I'm angry with all of this.
About how you just don't want to admit the truth, so you think it's just better to not tell the truth or maybe mix in the truth with a little bit of fluff.
Lies. See what I mean? You don't even want to call them the lie of fluff.
Sorry.
It's an untruth. I'm sick and tired of little lies.
Little lies everywhere.
Look, it's just a little lie. A little lie can set off the course of hell.
Yes.
I'm just sick of it. Can anybody be honest? It's like for this whole weekend, all I've been hearing is lies.
Yes.
Remy Ma, no, nothing with us, nothing at all. No, we're just friends. Now you done had a breakdown, I heard. Just lies.
Yes.
Is it me? I'm all over the place. I'm all over the place.
I'll even put in the lie in there with with Jeannie Mai, because she was over here talking about wanting to heal, but she didn't talk about the marriage. She just focused on little baby Monaco.
The thing that Jeannie lied about to me is this. You said that you wanted to be submissive. You were too aggressive to be submissive.
That is true.
Submissive is that you and your husband, he has final say, but you agree on it.
Yes.
It ain't like he gonna say, I want you to stab yourself in the eye.
Right.
No, it's all in love. It's not cruel.
Right, exactly.
It's all in love. Why would I submit to someone that don't have my best interests at heart? I know I submit to my husband. I'm not saying you, I'm just pointing. To my husband, what do you mean? That I trust him. That if he tell me something, he's like a voice in my head sitting by me. I can trust me. And if I don't trust me, I can trust him because he has my best interest at heart. No matter what. He's not trying to kill me. He's not trying to hurt me because he wants me around forever. Did I explain it?
Yes, you did explain it.
And so when I'm looking at people, we get involved and we get saturated with their lives.
Yes,
we spend
do.
our money. You know, TV isn't free. It ain't like you just plug it in the wall. We got to pay for this.
Yeah.
So when you're paying for Hulu because you want to see the Kardashians and the other things too. So then you start looking and then you found out you all invested and spent money. Help them get where they are.
Yes.
And you find out, hey, you weren't even a part of that demographic. I mean, maybe I was. Who knows what I mixed with. But who knows? But my point is they were only aiming for Hispanics and Caucasian women.
Go figure.
But I always knew this. When they were, and I talked about this with on here, not here, but on air. The thing that made them famous is the fact that they were the first ones that came out saying they were sleeping with black men.
That is true.
That's what made them famous. That's what made them famous with black women. I can say that. I consider myself as a black woman.
Yes.
Mixed, but I am black, okay? So I see this like this. I see it like I blanked out. What did I say? What was I saying?
Talking about how the Kardashians made it up on a lie. Yeah,
I can understand. This is what I'm saying. I can understand everything. Like I could understand everything, but they kept the lie going. And this lie didn't stop until 2022 when Ray J.
Yes.
Now everybody's talking. Even the people that made the deal. Everybody's talking. So my thing is, and they have made it. They are famous in the whole wide world as this power family of women. And all of you women out there that are lonely, and all of you women out there that says, I'm lonely, I'm this, I'm that. Let me tell you something. It's because of women like the Kardashians. Men are losing respect for us. Why? Because when you have women like that in power, when you get power of money, it gives you a mouth.
Yes.
You don't have to take anything. Even if you could just pay your bills, you got money in the bank, you chill for a couple of years, and you don't need a man, it gives you mouth. You understand? How you gonna be humble? I hope you understand what I'm saying.
Yes.
So when I'm looking at the Kardashians and I'm looking at the state of women, it's because women want the power.
Yes.
And the more power the women get, it seems to me, the weaker men get. The more feminine they become.
Oh.
And then everybody wants to say, they've been in the closet. Come on, come on.
Right.
Everybody, every man, be he old, young,
right.
middle, even babies, want to be a woman. And I know that it is a satanic spirit that is doing this.
That too.
But don't let me get started with that because I don't want the crone to come out. So I'm just saying, when I look at the news and everything that's going on, everything just seems like everybody is lying.
Yes.
Jada Pinkett lying.
Right.
Will Smith lying. You sat there, but I knew it wasn't. That's the thing. You know it's not true. And it seems to me in my opinion, that until the white people say, now we believe it, it doesn't matter what our colored folks say over here.
Right.
I'm talking about colored like any other outside of Caucasian.
Yeah.
If we say something, like give you a case in point, it took the Kardashian, not on J-Lo, to sport a big ass.
That's true.
I had a big ass all my life, born that way. But they don't want the original.
No.
They would rather have a Kim or somebody with a fake ass, but they don't want the African people, the African Americans.
They just want imitation.
They just want and this is what I'm saying. Everything is based on a lie. And let me say this. I got a funny feel, let me say it. I feel a way about Ray J.
Oh, understandable. After all.
I feel a way about it. I feel a way because a lot of these famous black men get with these white women, teach them how to be black, teach them how to go into these places and get what you want, and then they become rising stars.
Yes.
And you ain't even a part of it. You just played yourself. You just the extra in a play. And you give away all this things. You abandon the truth. And you go and you sit them and make them bigger than life. But then you frown on your own. I just can't.
Yes, and
you don't want the butt of a black woman. No. But get a fake booty. You love it if it's white. I just don't understand. I do understand it. It's just that for so long you've been craving, and you wanted to be over there. You wanted to touch that. You want to be over there. So you finally got it and you're in it. And now you're just drunk. And the thing is, I would hope that if many of you go over there, that you would behave yourselves. No, you're still a jackass.
Fair enough.
Am I finished venting? I was all over the place, baby.
No, but we still have two more people to talk about.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I talk about anybody? I'm just...
Yes, you talked about pretty much everyone we wanted to talk about.
Blame it on the weather.
It has been an icky weather. I mean, also...
The change of season,
yes.
too. Are you feeling that,
yes,
too?
I am going to mention this. Yesterday was October 13th, so that it was Friday the 13th.
And that felt so odd that day.
Yes.
Why didn't you tell me?
I didn't realize until I realized today was October the 14th, which if you live in Texas, you're going to be able to see a solar eclipse. So
right. I did.
That's like really intense energy. It's a new moon that we're coming towards.
Okay, now this is it. Yesterday, I didn't even record. I woke up. I said to baby, I just feel weird. I think it's the fall solstice, because I feel weird, and I'm a person that I'm always in tune. I'm a sensitive, so I know when the weather's changing. It's something weird about this season.
Yeah, you're right.
It's something weird about it. I don't know. It's weird. It's so weird that I asked Baby Kong, have we had daylight saving time?
Yes, you did ask that yesterday.
It just seemed like it's getting darker much quicker than usual. You understand? Is it me?
No.
Everything, it just seems like it's getting dark. And then when you have days like this, and it drifts on into the darkness, it just really messes with your psyche, really.
Yes.
So I'm saying that to anybody who's listening to this. Be aware of the season change.
Yes.
Be aware of that, because it does play on your psyche. And you may say, how? The barometer? The weather change between the high and the low. We're in the middle of all of this change. Even though you can't see it, it is a blanket of coldness that's coming down. It goes up to 70, goes down to 50, it's happening. Yeah. And I was feeling this yesterday, along with the moon is coming. What is it?
A new moon, which is when the moon goes dark.
See? And I've been feeling the way, and this is just after Friday the 13th. Which was yesterday.
Yes.
We're getting ready to hit full moon. Just pay attention to how you feeling. Okay?
Yeah. That was very interesting insight that we looked, and I hope you guys will also.
I'm just telling you, yesterday I was feeling away. I told baby, I don't even know what's wrong with me. Yeah. If she would have said, now I knew Friday the 13th was coming, we talk about this. But I just woke up. I was supposed to go get my allergy shot. I don't know. I wasn't sick, but I was sick. I wasn't sick.
it was kind of like that weird day that I'm just like, I'm kind of glad I was home. So I'm like, I'm not sure how I would have felt feeling
Just come
icky
home
in
and
school.
Yeah, it was that kind.
So
yeah.
it was almost kind of good that my school put us on a break that day.
Isn't that weird?
Yes.
And it threw me off. I'm just saying, I've noticed things. Mm-hmm. I notice things like that. I'm very in tune to my environment. And I'm sensitive to it as well. So let's get back.
Yeah. Lastly, the last two people we have to talk about is in passing. We're going to be talking about how 50 Cent had even said at his concert that Diddy had killed Tupac.
Deleted.
Yes, deleted Tupac. And
he said he actually said he believed that?
Yes. He said that he was even saying it when it first happened, and now he's saying it again.
I've been hearing this ever since Tupac and Biggie were murdered.
Yeah.
Before it happened, it was all on the radio. Back in those days, listen, let me tell you a story about the 90s. Back in those days, there would be gang wars. So you had like New York against California, and then they would be rivalry with each other. And so back in those days, they would just tell each other off through rapping and their music. And it was just a beef. The East Coast and the West Coast, everybody knew about it. It was frightening times because those was the times you didn't know whether or not it was going to be a racial war with black people. You didn't know. It was just living in a time. And so even when NWA came out, Ninjas with Attitudes, it was like, they were scary because no one has ever heard anything. So take that temperament, and that's what the 90s was about.
Okay.
Scary, violence, and rap, guns. Now, look where we are. In 2023, in the new millennium, we have a white girl with a big butt representing America.
Fair
no
enough.
guns.
Yeah, you were.
No guns. The rappers, y'all was on top. Gone. Done. And they went back to the imitation of black.
Yes. Interesting note.
The imitation, because to me, she's an imitation. And there's nothing wrong with that because we got a lot of black women imitating white.
That is very true.
So we have of all colors being white. Am I right?
Yes.
So don't take it offense because I'm saying here is a white girl. I know a lot of white girls that imitate being black. But I don't blame them.
No.
Shoot, it scores you a basketball player. What? It gives
it
gives you football. What? It gives you a leg up. Why not? It's a woman's game. I mean, you all may not like what I'm saying. Blame it on the weather. Yes. I've been in darkness too long.
Speaking of which, Taylor Swift and her boyfriend that she is dating, that's
the football
player. Yes.
See?
Apparently his ex-girlfriend is getting some racial hate on the internet.
And she wrote a letter?
Yes, called
Dear
Black Girls.
Dear Black Girls or something.
Yes, talking about empowering your skin and be who you are.
I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
If you black in America and you don't understand the game, then you got issues. Because this game is old as dirt.
It really is.
It's in your face. If you don't know, you don't want to know. If you have an issue with your color, then have it. Have it. If you want to be rude and obnoxious and that's your groove and that's your thing and that's your vibe, go wild. Do you. But I am so sick and tired of two things. I am sick and tired of men telling women how to act, how to behave, what to think. And now with Remy Ma, the men are gone crazy. I'm sick of men and women, you go to these silly men and listen to them talk about you. I can't. So do you.
Yeah.
Do you. Do you.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the motto.
It's just silliness to me. What was I talking about? I'm just all over the place. Bear with me.
Yes, and the last thing that I wanted to talk about...
Can we talk about the last thing?
Yes, which was about how Taylor Swift was dating this football player and how his ex-girlfriend was in the news for having racial slurs against her because she dated outside of her race. And then she came out with this message called Dear Black Girls.
And let me go back to something. I'm all over the place, but you all get the gist of it. Bear with me. When Jada Pinkett said, maybe that's what's it with me, because I feel a vibe with her, but I guess I'm angry because she's talking too much.
Yeah, she really is.
I don't know what this is. She sounds mentally challenged to me.
Maybe that's why she asked.
I understand that she's an intellectual. I get it. But from one intellectual to another, you're over the top.
You really are.
You're writing a book called Worthy. Mm-hmm. You're doing it all at the back of your husband. You emasculating him, and you don't give a damn.
No.
You don't care about me. You don't care about baby. You don't care about how us, the world, feels. All you want to do is gurgitate your feelings all over the place.
That is very true.
Why?
Just in the name of truth.
Because truth don't work like that. Truth is truth. But why your truth have to drag everybody down? Why your truth have to drag and emasculate your husband?
Yeah.
Why your truth have to sit in our faces and lie? When it was August Alsina, why did you lie? See, you had the red table talk.
Yes, she did.
The thing is, with you greedy rich people that are this away,
okay,
you never have enough.
No, that is very true.
Now you got a book Worthy. What do you need to tell us? And what do you need to talk about that you didn't talk about in Red Table?
That's a good point.
You just seem broken. You just seem like a little old lady that just harbors all these little old feelings and try to analyze everything. Mm-hmm. Guess what? You're gonna die anyway. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All of this in your head.
Yeah, for real.
In your head, no matter what. Now at the end, now you're going to come and tell us. After the show, he came, what his name?
Chris.
Chris came and apologized to her. And I could hear, oh, I didn't have anything to do with that. It's sickening.
Yes.
And then you're going to say, I'm not ready to do that yet. No, we already know that Will is bisexual. We already know you're bisexual. We already know you got 2 broken kids that's always crying and gurgitating. How horrible it was to be in the presence of their mother and father because of their lifestyle.
Yeah,
however, I don't know if that is true, but this is true. This is what's on the internet about you.
Yes, that is true.
And it's sickening. Mm-hmm. Shut the hell up.
Yeah.
From one spiritual being to another. You gotta know when to hold up, know when to shut up, know when to walk away, and know when to run. She doesn't know. Sometimes it's an overload.
It really is.
Is it to buy a book? When are you ever going to be relevant? Why you gotta write a book? You're not helping nobody.
No.
Because you emasculate your husband. And that's the last thing that we need as a black woman. You tell his secrets? Why don't you just go and say Will is a homosexual and he cheated on me or he gave me an ST. Just say it. Yeah. Instead of all this hocus pocus, mumbo bocus, how deep I am, how spiritual I am. Let me explain, yes. Enough!
Yeah, that's how she is.
You are obnoxious. And I love Jada.
Yeah, she just talks too much.
She talked too much. There's another person that talked too much. Oh, it was on the Bachelors. The Golden Bachelor.
Oh, yes.
Just talk too much. And you can talk. But when I say too much, that means you're talking way more and giving more information than need be. Mm-hmm. First of all, you don't have to tell nobody a daggone thing about your marriage. If you and Will are split and y'all still consider your marriage, you think you're the only person who lived like that?
Right. What do
you really
from
think
that information?
That you're the only person that's been in marriage for 25 years and you and your husband sleep in separate rooms, you do your thing, that's as old as dirt. Huh? Trust me when I tell you. You understand what I'm saying? You act like it's a new thing. Honey, let me give you a tip. There's nothing new under the sun. Okay? We just call it new names.
Yes.
Jada Pickett, whatever her last name was, because she don't want to Smith. I don't know what your ish is.
Yeah.
But I assure you, it ain't that you need therapy. You need to learn self-control.
Oh.
You need to learn what to do when you're overwhelmed with all these emotions with Tupac.
Yes.
You're a necromancer. You get off on sleeping with dead things. Let's just keep it straight.
Yeah.
What will you call it?
Yeah, you're right, because she can't let
He's a
go
ghost.
of Tupac.
Every time, the only thing I can give you credit for in this, because of you, and you constantly keep Tupac before our eyes.
That is true.
They doing something about his murder.
Yes.
And as far as P. Diddy, oh my God, he is one that can go.
Yes.
Not that I hate him or anything, but if he had anything to do with it, shame on him. And if R. Kelly can go, he can go too. That's how I feel.
Mm-hmm. And then lastly, we want
I'm not finished. What you rushing me for?
I'm sorry. Continue.
I forgot what I was saying.
Sorry. Talking about P. Diddy.
Yeah, I mean, if he had anything to do with it, that being murdered, of course, Biggie. If he had anything to do with Biggie being murdered, yes. Because I heard that they weren't close. Mm-hmm. See, so many stories. So, did I finish anything or did I just babble? Well, I don't feel like I was babbling. I felt like
you briefly talked about the House of Kardashians in the past.
Now, see, she done got me worked up on this daggone Kardashians again. You know you can't mention them when I'm in my tizzy. It's just that I'm angry. I can tell you. You're my friend. Let me tell you what my issue is.
Come listen.
You my friend.
Yes.
I'm jealous.
Oh.
I'm jealous of the Kardashians. I said it.
Okay, before.
I'm jealous. I'm jealous because they can get a black man do anything like that for them.
Oh, yeah, fair. Mm-hmm.
But it's hard for them to just come to another black woman and do the same.
Yeah, that is true.
I'm jealous of that. That's not why I want her to come down. Why I want her to come down is she lied. And I felt duped by that. And I feel even worse when April exposed that it was Ray J who helped her get to the top. Mm-hmm. I see why he got angry and told.
Yes,
and that's where I get jealous right there. You'll bend over backwards for her. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, you do.
You even Tiger, all of them. Mm-hmm. You bend over backwards. You run and you do whatever you can and you leave the black woman behind.
Yes.
Not me per se, just in general. Mm-hmm. You'll go after the fake booty or the booty that stands out because that's not what you used to. But the truth is, no matter where you go, you unhappy. And until you make your peace with the black woman, you're going to have trouble no matter where you go. Because that's your mate, whether you like it or not. Mm-hmm. We don't like to talk about dealing with DNA because we want to believe that you could sleep, have children, do this. So many diseases and stuff come in the world.
That is fair.
Because we are, what are we doing, baby clone? You the biologist. Tell the truth, baby clone. Let's tell them the truth. Yeah. You want to know why you don't have a ghosty spirit in this house, but over there in your father's house, now you got a spooky kid. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Or, this person over there and one family that, you wasn't married to or connected to, their family got crazy issues. Your family, but now you done had a baby and now you got crazy.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So we got all of this intermingling. But if you stick with your own and stay in your own backyard, you know what you're doing. Yeah. I'm just saying. Right. Is that racist?
No.
I just sick and tired of a man telling me how to get love, how to do that. Shut the hell up. I don't need you to tell me
how
anything.
To carry ourselves.
Let me school you.
Yeah.
What is this thing? This is everything is so feminine. Why is these men so consumed with women?
Yes.
I even seen Jax back on TV, back on YouTube. What are these men? Who do they think they are? Women. And you know what? This is the kicker. They so busy looking at us trying to pull my eyeball out. They don't even see their own crap.
That is true.
They done thinking they superior now.
Yeah, that is very true.
They done abandoned their race. You know, as a whole, you done abandoned your race. You done went over there and done made a muck. Look at Jenny Ma. Look at what that black man did. It's despicable.
And then, so lastly, we have to talk about...
All right. I'm sick of it, though. Yes. And our most loneliest times of finding dates, we got to hear these ninjas sit up there and tell us what we got to do. Let me tell you 5 steps to get a good man.
Yep.
Let me tell you the 10 things not to do to get a man.
Yeah.
Hey, let me tell you the secret in a man. Is there anything else? I mean, it goes on and on and on. And now that Remy Ma done did this to Papoose, you got men like, I know those women are like that. You're so stupid. How can one woman does something and I don't care if it was 100 women. I don't care if it was 1,000, 50. That's not all women.
That's true.
It's just silly. Ooh, but they want to school us. Okay, I'm calming down.
All right, and lastly, we want...
Don't cut me off. Let me think. I got to think now. I got to think if I'm done. So we done talked about who?
We've talked about Jada Pinkett. We've talked about 50 Cent. We've talked about Tory Lanez.
Jada Pinkett really is an intellectual. And to me, she's off the rails. The thing is, she is so arrogant that she doesn't even think that she is. She thinks that she is super, super intelligent. Let me tell you something about super intelligent. I really thought that I was super intelligent. I know I'm super intelligent, but it's hard for me to articulate it sometimes. But nevertheless, I was going through this thing where I was just hearing ringing all the time, ring. And in my mind, that was like a spiritual thing. I just heard ring, ring. Oh, and when it would go off, I just felt like, oh, that's the Spirit of God. That's the Spirit of God. Baby, call on my line.
No.
I mean, I would say, I don't know. That maybe the Spirit is speaking because I hear the ringing. So I go to, because I had a sinus condition. So I go to the sinus doctor. I forgot the name of the doctor. He examined my sinuses. And when they examine you, the ear, eye, nose, throat doctor, they examine your sinuses and they examine your throat. He examined my ears. He sends me over to get a hearing test. I go and do all that. First, he told me I had very dry ears. Okay. So he sends me over, give me medicine for my ears, and send me to get a hearing aid test. I'm taking my test. I'm doing me. I hear hardly nothing. Do you understand? But guess what? That ringing was because I couldn't hear. It wasn't nothing spiritual. It was I couldn't hear. My point is, that's how Jada is. She thinks that it is when it isn't. I thought I was spiritual, but it was a scientific reason I was hearing the ring. And because the doctor said, doesn't that drive you crazy? I said, no, because I thought it was spiritual. I thought it was holy. It wasn't. What was it? Hearing aid. And that's what I'm saying about Jada. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? What am I saying? What do you think I'm trying to say, Baby Crumb?
that Jada thinks she's spiritual.
And it could be something she's listening to. It could be the spirit of Tupac leading her in the wrong direction too. But I'm saying sometimes we think things are, but they are not what they are. Unless you get it checked by somebody that is sound. I don't know who could talk to Jada without Jada talking back and scolding. And she could sit there, but she has an analytical mind. Mm-hmm. She's a high intelligence. She really is. She's super spiritual. Her and I would get along like two peas in a pod. But she doesn't have anybody that says, hey, you're doing the most. You're tapping into you're going into the wrong energy fields now. And I hope that this get to you. That the words that I'm speaking out in my mouth will go to somebody else's mouth, and that somebody will come to you that is of a spiritual origin and say, shh. I have never said this in my life, and I'm saying it to Jada. It's too much. If you don't want your husband, leave him alone. Stop making him the center of your story. Stop using him. You don't need the money. It's embarrassing to other women. Stop, please. And it's humiliating to men. You must stop it, not for yourself. Be selfish. Just say, I'm not going to be unselfish. I'm going to stop because I know it set the world on fire when I do it. The world is telling me enough. And you keep doing it. And now you write a book about worthy. How worthy do you need to be? What do you need to tell us about worthy? Because you show yourself as not worthy at all. And I don't think it's anything in that book. All it's going to be is another mishmash of all your feelings that you are regurgitating. And I hope that when people follow you, that they understand that they are following a spirit of reasoning in their mind. And this woman's mind don't know how to shut down. Take it what you want, resonate, whatever. That's spiritual talk. I'm just speaking to her spirit. Her spirit is out of balance. No matter how deep she looks, no matter how poised she is, no matter how fancy she dresses, no matter how elegantly she speaks and sits and poses, she's out of order. Period. Now I'm done.
All right.
I think that's where my anger was coming. Between the Kardashians and her. Because they make women look bad. And Remy. It's just sad. You know, any people would do anything to have a man. She had a man that been with her, stayed with her. Never heard nothing about her. And she settles, she gets on her feet, she flying high, and she stumbles her way into an affair. And you know what you say? How could that happen? Easy. We all can stumble when we take our eyes off the prize. She stopped looking at that. That became old and stale. And sometimes we want to just go. But until we learn to talk to our partners, and if you should never be with someone that you can't talk to about your intimate feelings. If you can't go to your mate and say, hey, I'm feeling like I want to have an affair. You have to be able to talk this away. I know that you was told you wasn't. But think about it. When you have your best friend, I'm talking about normal people right now. No crazies here. When you have your sister or your brother or your best friend, don't you go and tell, man, don't you share that with them? Don't you say, man, I wish, I'm unhappy. I want to have a faith. You share that with your best friend, right? You tell your best friend or your best sister or you tell them those things that bother you. You tell them your weaknesses and your insecurities. Some of you tell your parents because they're your best friend. Am I right about it? You tell me your deepest, darkest things, don't you? Because you know they safe, right? Mm-hmm. So this is the kind of relationship you're supposed to have with your mate. That you can share these conversations. That is what Will and Jada has accomplished. They don't need to get a divorce because they are married. They are married in a true sense of marrying. because they're married spiritually. And this is why nobody needs to get involved in it. It's a wackadoodle marriage with a woman she's the dominant one. She is alpha male. She's very dominant. She's tender. She's very tender. And that's due to Will. Because Will told her, your masculinity won't work with me. So he tenderized her. But she is alpha male. And I don't know what male would be able to deal with her other than a soft male. Because she is male. All right? Am I okay?
Uh-huh.
Sorry about that. You know, we go blank. The thing ran out. I guess I set it ablaze. If I offend anyone out there with my comments, I apologize. It's just that I just been feeling away. And I guess the crone in me had to speak. Nevertheless, baby crone, go ahead on and end this.
Okay.
Give me the ending credits. As I said, if I offend anyone with my bantering or saying something, it's what I feel. But I'm about love and peace. Love, peace, and a whole lot of soul. Go ahead, baby crone.
Yes. Now, I see it with Jada Pinkett before we move right on to our last topic, is that you was talking about her being an alpha male, and she really is.
That's what you call them, right? Alpha males, right?
Yes.
She is an alpha male.
Yeah, because she is way too dominant to be a female. And, you know, leaving the topic of submissive alone, with Jada Pinkett, we have her just basically lying for years and then wanting to expose her lie. And I'm like, Jada, what did we really gain from you telling us that you and your husband has been separated from 2016?
Right.
The fact that we just look stupid after that August Alsina entanglement.
All of that.
Yeah, I know. I just feel duped. I almost gaslit a little bit. These celebrities.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
It's awful. It's awful. It's awful. It's awful. I had to pull out my journal. I had to write something, so I had to write about how I just went off, and I had to write it in my journal, and I didn't want to forget it. So, baby crone, what about Kanye? Let's just end it with the great Kanye West.
Yes.
Ye.
Yes, Ye. But everyone still seems to call him Kanye. But it's probably because he's not with Kim Ye. But with Kanye...
He's with Kim Ye in his heart.
Yes, in his heart. Now, with Kanye and Bianca, right? Bianca is now apparently wanting a divorce, according to the rumor on the street, because Kanye is too protective.
Too aggressive.
Yes.
Demanding.
And I'm...
Treating her like property.
Yes.
Because that's what she is.
That is true.
He paid for. What I don't understand is she's apparently had family in Italy that live in Italy, and he hasn't been wanting to hang around or whatever. It's a whole lot of yip yap, gibbity gobbity goop. I don't really know what the ins and the outs of the story is, but all I know is he been putting names and all that stuff in her name, giving her this, putting all that, putting her in control, and now all of a sudden they have problems. Come on, y'all. Come on. Don't you think he knows exactly what he's doing after he had a taste of the Kim Ye?
Yes, you're right. I feel like he's just doing the same thing all over again.
But I don't think so. I think that this is a contract, and I think it's coming to an end. And are they married in some capacity? Yes. But according to the United States of America, I'm going to say it. No. But what do I know? If he's married, great. But all of this to me, and I'm saying it, and I adore Kanye. I got hair in my eyes. Sorry.
Oh, I know that feeling.
All of this, to me, is Kanye acting out to try to make him jealous.
Yikes on that one.
Because that would be what a Gemini would do. Remember, they are the prince of the power of the air.
That is true.
They know how to get a job done. They know how to hurt you. You hurt them, they coming back. You hurt a Gemini, you best to believe that twin is, wait a minute, you hurt my twin, you gonna get it. And this is what I think. Do I think Kim won him? I don't know. I don't know. Especially if Bianca is coming out saying he's a brute. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't believe he's beating on her. And that's all I care about. You can argue, yell, scream, and shout. As long as you don't put your paws on the one, I'm cool with that. You don't pause them and you don't bitch them out. I can deal with that. You know, you could say, as long as you're not, stupid, dumb bee, as long as you're not doing that and you just really I just don't see him doing that. I think it could be overwhelming when you don't have your own liberties. I just think that her life is in a bubble and she's not used to the bubble. And I feel as though when you get rich and famous like that, your life is no longer your own. You have to live a life to protect yourself. And I think that's what's going on. She probably wants to do what she used to do, but you can't do that no more. You're famous. Now, I would love to be famous, but honestly, not at that expense. That's too famous.
Yes.
But go ahead.
Yeah, and also, oh yes, Kanye had to cancel his concert in Italy. So that was sad to hear.
I think, I'm not quite sure, so don't quote me, but I think it had something to do with the rules and the regulations of how many people, and he wanted to make sure that everything was done correctly.
Okay.
And just in case a riot or whatever, I think he stepped back because he wanted done. You know Kanye. This is his show. He said, America people are mad at me, so I'll take it someplace where they love me. And he took it to Italy, and they're gonna have their show, and we're gonna watch, and we should feel embarrassed.
Yeah, we really should.
Why?
Honestly.
Because he had to go to another show to do something like this. Because of our country, we are always holding grudges. And the thing is, Nike and them friends, they back doing business. Not Nike.
Adidas.
No, Adidas back doing business.
You're right.
And y'all still mad. He back to being a billionaire. And y'all still mad. Like he was broke. People was going around, oh, Kanye will never be, you will never understand the broke. Kanye broke probably with 100 million. Stop. Broke. Broke to me is when you have this is broke. Now somebody gonna differ what I say. Okay. Let's say you have $100 in your pocket. Okay. You got full of gas, you got gas, but that's it. You don't have no more money. That's it. You don't have no more money. That's broke to me. But that wouldn't be broke to me. But let's say you ain't had nothing to sell. You know. You don't have any. You don't have 100. I don't know what broke is. What's broke, baby Chrome? You don't know.
No, I don't know either.
I don't know what broke is. Let me think. Broke is when you don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. How about that? That's broke.
Okay, fair, yeah.
When you don't have a home, that's broke. Broke is when you're not getting any money and you don't know when your next meal gonna come from. I don't know broke.
Okay, yeah.
And I know many of you out there don't know broke either. You know what it's like not to have.
Yes.
Or to lack. But broke?
Nah.
I mean broke where you don't have no money. I'm talking about broke with that Will Smith movie where he had to sleep in the bathroom. I forgot, In the Pursuit of Happiness. That's broke. When somebody took his thing, he went running at, that's broke. Yes. And I don't know broke like that, and no thank you. I don't want to know it. But I do know what it's like to have, but you can't touch it because it's for something else. You understand? I know what it's like, as my mom would say, to rob Peter to pay Paul. I know what that's like. But if you could do that, you're not broke.
Yeah.
Broke is where there is no other way. Yes. There is no way. That's it. This is your last dollar, and you don't know when you're going to get the next one. Because you done lost your dog. Your baby need a pair of shoes. I tell you what you ought to do. That's broke to me. And so, on with my tangent of broke. But this is just a dreary Saturday, and it's got me in a mood. So catch the vibe as I vibe through all of this and my intellectualness. Go ahead, baby Chrome.
Yeah, and really just the theme overall of this news recap is how everything is pretty much just lies, and really take what celebrities say with a grain of salt.
Oh, baby Chrome, very good.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm learning that people lie needlessly.
Yeah, honestly.
I mean, it's disturbing.
Yeah.
And let me leave you with this. Stop looking up to other people to be your hero. Mm-hmm. Be your own hero. How about that?
Yes, that is
We
true.
look for other people to be our heroes.
Yes.
Be your own hero. Be the hero of your life. And then you'll be the hero of others. Because people will see you. And they'll see your light and teach them. Stop following after these people. These people are broken. They are broken. Look at Jada. She's just a beautiful vase. Beautiful, but broken.
Yeah.
And the thing is, the funniest thing is she doesn't even see it.
No.
Even though she hears it, they shut off their phones, and the Bible says they will stop their ears. You don't want to hear what we're saying. And your public is saying enough. And I'm going to tell you, when she goes and sells that book, they're going to be long lines.
Of course.
Because that's that 10,000. Huh? Mm-hmm. But she's not looking at the 10 million.
Right.
The 10,000 look a lot when you're in one place. Mm-hmm. You know, if you get 10,000 on YouTube, my God, that would change my life financially.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
But when you're looking at 10,000 to the world, that's a small thing.
Yes.
And that's what I'm saying. I hope that I gave a good parallel. And sometimes we could get these celebrities get caught up in the smaller thing.
Yes, they do.
And their world is so big for them that they got that 10, I'm paraphrasing, they got that 10 million, and that 10 million is yelling so loud, they don't hear what the mass is saying. And that's Jada. And the masses is telling Jada, I hope that this book, you do whatever you have to. Is it going to be a New York seller? It probably would be. Why? Because the media upstairs love the drama.
They do.
They love it. They just love it. It's like that. It's like the old heads. It's like they old. They think old. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Down here, you got to be hip and sharp, and you can't get settled. But up there, especially if you're trying to build a name, but up there, they can get old. They just old and stodgy over old news. They get excited. And I'm like, you excited over this? So yeah, it could probably, because that's the generation that they're dealing with, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, and so forth. From the 50s on, I would say from 45 on up, upstairs. Outside of that, who gonna watch the news?
Yeah,
like
right.
that. You want news, come down here.
Yes, where you
Come
get it raw.
YouTube. Come down here to your bloggers keep you up. And this is a blog on anything and everything. Yes. So with that being said, I love what we do. Do you, Baby Cone?
Yes, I do.
Baby Cone gonna leave me one day, aren't you, Baby Cone?
Yes, I will, but I will try to be here as much as possible.
Baby Cone won't be here much longer because you know she's going to go out into the work world when she finishes getting her education. The education of the baby.
Well, we still got a couple more years.
We'll see about that. Well, anyway, that was me feeling melancholy. Well,
it's the weather.
It's the weather. I'm sorry. And I hope the sun is beaming bright where you are.
Please.
So, or by the time you hear this, I hope it's a sunny, sunny day.
Yes.
Sunny day, sunny day. Sunflowers.